Welcome to another edition of the Blue Green Ocean Road. Your host, David R.R. Stenberg. How are you?
Pretty good, man.
I had to rush around this morning. The wife got up and I had to make sure she was all squared away for the morning anyway.
Oh, that's cool.
She got getting around on crutches and whatnot.
How's she
And,
doing?
not so bad.
That's cool.
I wouldn't want to do it.
I had to take care of my wife today too. She got
How's she doing?
she got she got a nasty cold because she's a school teacher.
Oh yeah.
She's hacking her head off last night. So about 2:30 in the morning, I went to CVS, got like 3 pouches of cough drops, stuff like that. She had this nasal thing. She couldn't figure out how to use it. I couldn't figure out how to use it. I had to take out a pot just to figure it out, and then I shot it up there. So it's a 12-hour thing, you know.
Oh,
Did you ever use that?
did it work?
Now, I used it years ago. One cold. I used it once, the nasal spray, and I couldn't stop. Like it prevented me from actually getting over the cold. It made things worse. I never used this shit again. I just became like dependent on it to breathe. So I just, I quit. Hey, it's Mike. Yeah, Mike's in space.
There he is.
Hey, boys.
Mike's in space.
Mike in space.
Mike's spaced out.
So,
How you boys doing?
We got our first strike.
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Oh, it was.
You can look it up.
It was on vaccination.
Yeah, I know, but you can look that up.
It was very specific, though. It had to do with what I said beforehand. You just didn't catch it, and I just blew it off because I knew you were talking. I was just listening because you were right too. I said that sequel. The guys that make sequel, they were saying that they'd be able to like take a sample of your particular cancer and use AI to like really custom you, anything wrong with you. And then you went, they already do that in Europe, but you heard the other part, the like being able to sample a cancer and making a specific thing. So I just went, you just missed that one little piece. And the weird thing is that the AI caught that because it was the follow up. He says I said a thing and you said they already have it in Europe, and they go, no, fact check or some bullshit. So this week,
Just get
this week
canceled for saying this right now on the podcast. You said it. You just repeated the whole thing that got canceled.
I got an evil plan. I've been like the AI keeps telling me to go to terms of service to find out what it is.
You can contest it.
And the only way to find out your video's got a strike is like to actually post it. Even if I don't make it public, it'll get a strike and it'll count as a strike. The first one's a warning. The second one is I can't post for 7 days, and then the next one is like a month and a half, and then the third time is the channel gets deleted, right? So, I'm taking the new. I'm gonna put there's this thing called is a way of running an AI locally on my system. They're very small, but they're smart enough to take terms of service and check it against a transcript of our YouTube video. So I'm going to try that because YouTube won't help. They'll only tell me I got a strike after I upload it and I get the strike. So I'll try that. And if not, then we'll keep doing the podcast. We just won't post through the probation, and then you'll get 4 shows in a row one day, and then they can strike away. Yeah, we'll work it out. I won't take it to the end, right? We'll make sure that they don't delete the damn channel. Yeah, I think we're gonna work that. Also, I have it all. It's not like I don't have them. I have every episode we ever did on a hard drive. So, so you watched that video, huh, Mike?
Which video?
The clip I made of us, me and you.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. You made it through without too much pain. Because I have another one. I have to go
It
get
was
it
short.
and make it. But your line, you ended it with Bigfoot stole my wallet, and it's hysterical, right? I mean, we were talking about the fake bear suit and the back and forth, and it makes me laugh, right? And I thought that'd make a great clip, but I knew you couldn't, you wouldn't want to. So it's kind of cool. I'm gonna go back and get that. And there was another one with Mikey. He said suits. The way he said suits. The problem is suits, right? And that was just great. That just should be a jingle we use here once in a while. Like when we want to blame something, I'll just play suits. The way Mikey says it.
Yep.
So right after this, I'm gonna put on the Chinese, the new Chinese one. It's the small model, and I'll run it locally. I'm not gonna run it on online.
DeepSeek.
DeepSeek, yeah. There's one that's like 1.5 gigs. It'll run on this.
Yeah.
But I'm going to use it terms of service and a transcript, and I'm going to say, see if you can find.
It's simple enough to be able to do that. It
Huh?
should be simple. It should be simple enough to be able to do that.
Oh yeah, it'll do like tasks for me. And it has this. This is what's cool about it. The regular chat BP, they don't show you the reasoning, right? They say thinking, and then it spits it out. This, it goes through it shows you all its reasoning. Also, it doesn't try and do everything. What it does is, like, if you ask a math problem, it has a section like an expert in the AI that just does math instead of scouring the whole goddamn thing. It just like they have like little departments depending on what it is you're asking, and it's very fast and good. It's a really good model. This is what I thought, right? The first thing I thought was the art of war versus the art of the deal, right? The Chinese. I just read 2 books on China, but they wait. They got like a little bomb, and just in case they need it, they just wait. And this was beautiful, motherfucker. Yeah, it just dropped a $1 trillion. They took $1 trillion out of those assholes' pockets, right there, just standing there.
How did they do this?
Oh, they released it. It's free. Like Open ChatGPT costs $200 a month.
Wow.
If you want to use it, right? And this one's free, and it's better. It's also stolen, but it's funny because you go, hey, they stole our stealing thing. Because it's like, all it is like, it's every article, every video, every piece of art, the whole goddamn thing. They just took it, didn't ask nobody, ain't giving it back, just repackaging it, right? And like, it's weird. I can see, you know what it is? It's like all these brains all cut up into little pieces. I can see it when I'm reading it. Like, for a while it'll be all right, and then there'll be like this prick, right? Because they'll say, if you want to do something more constructive, right? That's what it was saying. I was trying to make a picture of a cow, in a UFO over a cow, right? And then I was like trying to work it out to make it better. And then it was saying, like, if you want to do something more constructive, I said, fuck you, man. I'm doing this. This is what I'm doing. Don't give me shit. But that's a piece of some dickhead.
Want to do something more
into the AI. He floated to the top. He's like some douchebag.
Huh.
Other parts of the AI was going, yeah, cow, getting taken by a UFO. I'm all for it. That guy, like that piece of guy. Yeah, it's very exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, Sequoia was filling me in on his latest stuff with AI. He's doing all this stuff off the books because he has access to them, And he's talking about setting up his own kind of bot that has separate brains, like you're saying.
Well, he can just get this one. Does he run?
Well, see, no, because he works with one that's way more sophisticated than DeepSeek. Like, he knows all about DeepSeek. He's like, it's really simple. It's not a I don't know all the numbers, so I can't really tell you the numbers. But there's not enough. I don't have all the technical stuff, and I had a wicked headache.
Mike, you're not the tech guy. I remember, like, computers used to, like, explode and catch fire when you walk near them, right? You'd be like that Lullite with that thing. Say, can you fix this? I had a leaf in it. Would you camp with this thing?
I'll just simplify. I'll just simplify it by saying that Claude is way more sophisticated and can do way more stuff than DeepSeek. Like by billions and billions of gigs or bits or whatever.
Parameters. You want to say parameters?
Parameters.
Learn the lingo, man.
400 trillion parameters compared to 5 billion parameters. So anyway, he's working with something that's way more powerful, way more sophisticated.
Well, I'm gonna put this one. Well, the other ones too. Like they have others. I mean, there's a shitload of large language models or small language models even.
Oh yeah.
That I can run locally. And I got an old business PC. I just ordered it. It's $250, right? The thing brand new a couple of years ago was close to $3,000, right? They're the business ones. They're and the thing is, says no OS like I care. I said that's perfect. I don't
What's
want an
OS? What's an OS?
Operating
system. Hey,
Oh,
Mikey.
all right.
Mikey's here. Oh,
Yo.
yeah. Nice hat. Og's hat. That Og's. It's a fancy hat. It's on the tree. Name a town.
But by the
I
way,
found this.
you mentioned Og's hat. Have you listened to some of that, Dave?
Oh yeah. There's that one part where he was talking about he believes that Sid Barrett faked his insanity so he could get out of the fucking record contract, right? And I watched all the other band members talk about him, right? And the Richard Wright, the organ, the keyboardist, right? He was talking about now I'm gonna watch it again because like it wasn't like he was sad for the guy. He was just telling stories, right? He told this one story where Sid Barrett would just sit in the back, like suddenly he'd be in the studio, but he wouldn't talk. And other times he'd come in and like he said, I wrote a new song, right? And so he's teaching a new song. The song's called "You Got It Yet?" And he kept changing the chords and all that. They said, no, it's not like that. It's like this. And then he goes, no, not like that, like this. And it was called "Do You Got It Yet?" And it took him a while before they went, oh, you were never going to. Yeah. But he was telling that story, and it makes sense. Like they'd be in on it. Even "Wish You Were Here" might be a way of like he might be fine. He just didn't want to do He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to be famous. He wasn't even trying to be famous, and it fucking bummed him out that they were getting attention. He just wanted to fuck around on a stage, Pretty wild guy. So I like that. That was he talked about that. That got me.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the flashback, which I never got. He was talking about that flashback where it was like the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking like when we were tripping in the woods, I used to see hieroglyphs, but they looked like the stuff you put on Indian blankets, like local shit, like Narragansett stuff. That's what I
Oh,
used to
yeah.
like Indians that looked like this, right? I used to see it run up John's stove too when we put when we put.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they looked like to me. So he's describing that, and I'm saying, yeah, I seen that kinda, but maybe it depends on where you are.
So my question is like, don't you think like if we had been like in the same area at the same time, we would have hung out with this guy?
No, he's saying shit that this guy, this fucking guy,
Yeah.
yeah, all that stuff. He does. Any of you guys meditate?
I try now and then. So I have more success at some points than others. So like when I'm hunting, I'm trying to be invisible, and the best way to be invisible is to quiet your mind.
Yeah.
So one of the ways that I meditate, and you guys show up in this actually,
Oh, yeah.
and I think I've spoken about this before, is I picture my friends smiling and laughing. I see your faces, all of you guys, smiling and laughing. And that's one of the ways that I meditate.
The reason I thought of it because Mikey brought up David Lynch's documentary about the art life, and he's transcendental meditation.
Right.
But mine, Mike. Mine. I go down on my level still. And
Yeah,
that's back when we were
good.
teenagers, right? I still do
Yeah.
that. That's mine.
Yeah, that works.
I went down to you count backwards. I go down the stairs, right? And mine looks sort of like Of course, it's circular like a UFO with windows, and there's like a desk, and it looks out over like sort of like the Med. That's what I've got today. That's what I'm doing now. You're supposed to put a clock down there. The clock is your brain clock, right? You can set your alarm. It works like a clock.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And there's astral travel, of course. Yes, I can. Yes, I have. I went to another galaxy once and fell in love. So I say crazy shit just like him. He was talking to angels before I stopped listening just like an hour ago. Oh, angels, eh? Angels, you say? Oh, he goes to the come to Jesus moment. He was saying, but not a come to Jesus. I don't want to say that, but like people would know that. And I was thinking, then I lost my train of thought, and I was thinking of other things you say besides Jesus. I was going like, come to the big mushroom. Yeah. The big mushroom moment. Yeah, come to big mushroom. Whatever, the big fungus. Anyway, that's where my brain went. I didn't hear anything for half an hour. So.
My favorite part in the art life was when he took his dad down in the basement to show him his artwork. You remember that part?
No, keep
and
going.
he was so proud, and they were walking back up the stairs, and he was walking up first. And he said he had a big smile on his face, and he turned around to look at his dad, and his dad had a pained expression on his face. And it was, he said, they didn't talk about it until the ride back to the train station. And at one point, he goes, his dad said, David? He said, yeah. He goes, I don't think you should ever have children.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Dad. Well, fathers, man.
He goes, it shocked me, but he goes, I understood what he meant too,
Maybe agreed.
But unbeknownst
I
to
think that's
both
the
him
point.
and his
Most
dad,
of us have seen that expression in our parents' face at one time or another.
Have you ever made it yourself?
No,
Dad.
unbeknownst.
I'm trying not to. I probably do without realizing it. And so I don't know.
George is trying not to. Put him down.
Yeah, we all try not to.
I think it's a subconscious thing too. It's like we all have this idea about what our kids should be or be doing and stuff like this. But whether we do it consciously or subconsciously, it comes out. What are you going to do? It's not something you can force or try to hide.
That's right.
Unbeknownst to both him and his dad, though, his girlfriend was pregnant at the time.
Ooh.
So he has kids, right? How many? I didn't know this about him. How many kids does he have?
Just the one, just the girl. But she's been a director too. She's directed some stuff and written some stuff, and so not near as much as he's done. Yeah.
What name does she go by?
I forget.
Is it Lynch
what her name
or
is?
something?
Sarah or something?
Or is it a married name or something?
Yeah.
Oh, ask Google already.
Anyway, I have yet to watch that documentary. I started watching it, but I don't have real access to the TV much while someone's convalescing. But I'll get to it at some point.
I was at a long time ago. A while ago, anyway. I liked it. It made sense. And I used to watch his weather report every day. David Lynch used to come on YouTube and just give the weather report.
Really?
Yeah. You know what it's like in LA? It's nice.
You never saw that? Every day he goes, what's it like today? It's sunny.
Yeah.
Every day, be like, it's sunny today.
It's sunny today. And you have some little thought.
I used to watch that every day.
Came with an ad.
Oh man, I'm sorry I missed that. I missed out on that.
But it's still there.
I know, but they're old now.
So, what was your first David Lynch movie?
Racerhead. When I think I saw it at the
one.
Avon. And then I think I saw it at the Avon, and
or Blue Velvet.
The girl I was with at the time thought it was so awful that she never wanted to go to the movies with me again. So
well, that's a good filter.
That's a good filter. That's right. Okay.
I guess
that's the test.
so.
My wife went to Terminator 2 with me. That was our first date. I knew she was the one. Mine is I was with you two, Mike's
All right.
Dune.
Your filter.
We
My
went to
filter's the Big
movies and saw
Lebowski.
Dune. That was my first Lynch movie.
Dune.
My first Lynch anything.
It might have been
Well-
Dune, but I think it might have been. I think it was Blue. Mine was Blue Velvet.
I saw everything else after because
Blue Velvet's wonderful.
Dave Sherman he had a shitload. He showed me Blue Velvet. That's the one. That's the next one I saw at his place, baked out of my brain.
Every now and then, I'll say,
Mommy!
"Watch out! I'm going to write you a love letter." Or she'll say that to me. If you don't watch out, I'm going to write you a love letter.
My filter movie is the Big Lebowski.
Yeah,
If
that's
they
all.
don't like that,
Well, my wife actually likes the Big Lebowski. She thinks it's great.
She almost better.
Coen Brothers, anyway. Coen Brothers more palatable to,
Yeah, but
I mean, all their stuff is decent too.
I'll watch anything
But
they make.
yeah,
oh yeah,
Can't say-
Jennifer Lynch. Jennifer Lynch is her name. Chambers. Jennifer Chambers
Lynch. I'll
Lynch.
have to keep.
Yeah,
I'll have to
it's
keep
Lynch.
my radar focused on some of that.
I
I'm gonna
remember
look
that.
out for.
Well, that's going way back, Dave.
yep. And that was settled when I started going with Brenda. Cause you said
Oh.
that. It says, "Is her name Lynch?" I go, no. You call her Lynch? I go, that's over. I've seen the light. I don't know.
This
when
is
I
it.
actually
This was an
realized-
ongoing thing, an ongoing argument with me and Dave, like probably 50 years ago,
Yeah.
when we were like 12 years old to 13 years old, I guess.
Yeah, that was over near Classical High School. That place
Yeah.
said Lynch. Just a neon
Said
sign,
Lynch.
Lynch something, diner or some shit. I go, oh, look, Lynch. And Mike goes, Lynch, 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 Lynch.
We argue about it every time we drove by it. Every single time we drove by.
I think I knew it was Lynch after a while, but I just like doing it.
Tradition.
I'm gonna argue with Mike about this now.
Traditional argument.
It's fun.
Oh, we had kids. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, we're bored.
So he's got 4 kids.
We're going somewhere.
He's got
with our
4
parents.
kids.
4 kids.
Yeah.
Wow.
His sons Austin and Riley, and daughters Jennifer and Lulu, whose name is
Lulu.
a sweet nod to his 90s film Wild at Heart.
Cool. Wild at Heart. I love
Wild at Heart. Yeah.
Wild at Heart. Which one was that one?
Nicolas Cage played Sailor
Yeah. And Laura Dern
and Laura
in
Dern.
all her glory.
Ooh,
Laura Dern's mom too is in it as well.
really?
Yeah, she's I keep forgetting her name.
And
But yeah, she was an actress in her own right for many years.
I know Laura Dern's
can't think of it
father
right
was always plays a bad guy.
Bruce Dern.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's good.
he's good. You ever see that one where he's the old guy and he's like riding a tractor, like trying to get around on a garden tractor? I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, it was pretty good.
The one that drove the garden tractor, several counties over to see
Yeah.
someone who was.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
no, that's the
I
straight
saw he was
story.
in.
Isn't that the straight
He was in
story you're talking about?
Tarantino's Straight Story.
Yeah, it was about the guy.
I know he was in-
He he went to see his brother because he was dying, but he couldn't drive. or
Yeah, it's
anything.
brother. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was Stanton was the brother, but that wasn't Dern. That was some guy. He was actually dying of cancer when he did the movie with Lynch. The music is great.
That was actually a true
True
story. Well, anyway, yeah, actually, Bruce Dern was in Quentin Tarantino's last movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. He played the old stuntman who owned the ranch that the Manson family was staying in.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Remember?
yeah.
They're keeping him dumb and fucked in his cabin while they got to do whatever they wanted to with the ranch.
He played Tom in
Anyway.
Great Gatsby. With the Robert
Yes, he
Redford
did.
one.
Wow. I don't remember that.
I remember that one. I seen that a couple
Yeah.
times. I like that one. I like that
He's
one
always
better
been
than
a big star.
Yeah.
Uh,
I remember there was a movie I liked when I was a kid, The Cowboys, John Wayne movie. John Wayne has to hire a bunch of boys to do a cattle
Yes.
drive.
yep.
And
Yep.
Bruce Dern was the bad guy. He was so bad. He killed John
Yeah.
Wayne. He was so
Oh.
bad.
Yeah.
Shot him in the back.
Bad.
Yep.
Shot him in the
Harry
back.
Dean
That's
Stanton.
not a
Yeah.
cook.
He's Harry Dean Stanton.
Was that Huey
Another
Louie
great-
Dewey?
He was in it.
He played that guy who was out in the middle of space with those domes with
Yes.
flowers.
Oh,
plates
yes.
and shit.
Uh,
It was just him and those three robots.
Yeah, they
Huey,
had these,
Louie, and Dewey.
biodomes. Yeah, they supposedly Earth had been paved over, and so all the remnants of any natural life, nature and stuff like this, were all in these biodomes on these enormous ships that I don't know, like
He took care of.
they were like orbiting Jupiter or something like that.
Yeah.
And and then the corporations that ran these biodomes decided to get rid of them because they needed the ships for some other purpose, and so
Yeah.
they were supposed to destroy all these ecosystems in these biodomes. And he rebelled and maintained one of them. He killed the rest of the crew, and
Yeah.
it was interesting.
Yeah. One
Interesting
robot
science fiction movie.
and one,
Yep.
and it was floating away from the sun.
Yes.
Not good. Not good for the biodome. Yeah, that was a good one. That was on TV. I saw that a couple of times. Huey, Louie, and Dewey.
Yeah, I think I first saw it on TV as well.
What was that one called?
What the hell's the name?
Look
That
up-
was
Look up Laura.
you must.
You never saw that, Mike?
I don't think so.
Oh no, you'd remember that. That sounds like a movie you'd fucking love.
Oh yeah, I think it's been around since the 70s.
Yeah, it was on TV.
remember.
Remember what it was called?
Ah, damn it.
Look it up.
find it.
Mike's looking it up right now.
That's the
There he is.
Oracle.
Let's race. Let's race. I'll race you, Mikey. You already have your shit open now. That's Stanton.
That's Harry
Harry Dean
Dean.
Stanton.
Yeah, he's great. I liked him in Repo Man. Ever see Repo
Oh, yeah.
Man? That's one of my favorite
This is
movies.
intense.
I love that.
You see Lucky?
Lucky.
Did you see
That's
Lucky?
the one- That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah, that was a good one. He was
That's
really
great.
good in that.
I thought Repo Man in like forever. Yeah, Emilio Estevez.
Yes. Yeah, it was great.
Emilio.
It's a really cool movie. That's going to bother me. Until I
Still looking
remember. But
He's still
such
looking
as it is. Not anymore. He gave up.
Well, I finished American Primeval, so you can talk about that now.
That was good. See, they went to California. Told you. They always go to California. That's like everybody's going to California. I'm still going to California.
With an aching in my heart.
Where they could. All right, Bruce Dern. I'm getting there.
Yeah, I think
Snowing
one of
down
those robots went on auction. If it was prop robots, it's like, hundreds of thousands of dollars. They actually had little people in those robots, kind of like an R2D2 thing.
They probably had
Wow.
children in
You
there
know,
back then, right?
Yeah.
Working 12 hours, no food.
That's right. Was that the what's her name? Who played Princess Leia? Carrie Fisher had to bring like water and food to the guy that was in the R2D2 costume because he was getting dehydrated all the time and no one cared about him, because they thought of him as an inanimate object or just a
Jeez.
robot. And he was kind of neglected on the set, so Carrie Fisher had to bring him by refreshments now and then. he was suffering inside that tin can he was playing our
Jesus
TV.
Christ.
It was called Silent Running.
Silent
Hey,
Running.
yeah,
All right, I heard of
son.
it, but I thought that was a submarine movie.
It was. Also,
In a sense,
Without
yeah.
Darren in it.
Submarines in space. Yeah.
Submarines in space. Wow.
Well, I mean, think about it. That would, the amount of tech they put into a submarine, they could put the same tech into something that's in space, and human habitats. And
If the water's deep enough,
there
why
he is
not?
with Huey, or Dewey, or Louie. I can't tell.
yes, Mike, that's worth a watch. You should check it out. You'd like that.
Right.
See, that's the dome, Mike. You can see that dome, and they're all
Oh yeah.
they're all just full of Oh yeah, you can even make out the plants. See, there's like trees and shit.
Yep.
And he's there, he's like,
What year did it say?
oh yeah, good.
What year did it say that was that came out, Dave? Does it say what year?
1972.
Yes, it was pretty good special effects for the time.
I don't know. They got, it's like a dome, and then they do a star towel over it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, each ship had maybe 8 to 10 biodomes on it, and they had to nuke them. They would jettison them into space and nuke them when they had to get rid of them. So you saw these ecosystems, these beautiful, diverse ecosystems being launched into space, away from the ships to be blown up, and he was tasked with blowing up the one that he cared for, and ended up killing the crew to try to protect it.
Nice.
Well, I'm not going to tell you the rest of it. Actually, I just told you the whole plot.
It all goes to shit at the end, but it's still worth watching. This is what came up on the search. Like Google will give you like what other people have searched, right, to find this. This is what came up. Bruce Stern outer space movie. That was that's what other people have been doing, right? I didn't get that far. I started space, and that came up. Said, "Oh, that's it."
Yeah.
Bruce Stern outer space movie.
Yes, probably maybe the only one he's ever done. I can't remember him in any other science fiction movie.
Let me see.
Well, I like him. I think he's a good actor, and I like Laura Dern.
Oh yeah.
She's not a classical beauty, but she's really something. She's not your typical Hollywood starlet, but wow.
So it is The Straight Story. It's with Sissy Spacek and this guy. I don't remember who he was.
Wait,
Sissy Space Chick.
That's Richard
see.
Farnsworth.
Yeah, that was his last movie. He died right after doing it. And
Wow.
the music is awesome.
He was a real good. That guy was a really good actor. You know what his actual profession was before he got discovered? He was a cowboy. He was an actual cowboy, and became an actor.
It's in The Last Picture Show.
Yeah,
Wasn't he?
The Last Picture Show.
That was a nice. That was a
Go on,
decent.
Moa. That's just the sunset. That's on your
It was a
hard
great
drive.
movie.
That's under Lynch's. That's in Lynch's directory. So if you want to see this, The Straight Story is really good, and it's like a straight story too. That's what's weird. It's like not a Lynch. Like nobody thinks that's Lynch. It's like The Elephant
Right.
Man. Those two.
It was a good one. Yeah.
You know who was hidden in that one was fuck, now I can't even think of it. My favorite director that did Young Frankenstein.
Oh.
Mel
Mel
Brooks.
Brooks.
Mel Brooks. That's a Mel Brooks movie, The Elephant Man. But he didn't put his name on it because everybody expected to be laughing. So they didn't. But Lynch directed it, but you know that's what William Hurt, the guy who had the alien pop out of his chest, that's who the Elephant Man is.
Is that right?
Yeah, and nobody knows. And they were going like, "Don't you want to be seen?" He says, "No, I'm playing the Elephant Man. I'm not playing me."
All right, the one we're thinking about, Bruce Dern driving a lawnmower, a garden tractor, is called Nebraska.
Oh yeah, is that the
Yeah,
same
it's
story?
Yeah, it's great.
2013, based on a true story of Alvin Strait,
Yeah.
who rode a lawnmower to see his brother.
They fucking remade it for some reason. Whatever.
Isn't that one in black and white
Yes.
in Nebraska? All black
Yes.
and white.
Well, there's another one too that he was involved in that in Nebraska. I think it was called Nebraska.
That was called Nebraska.
Black and white one.
The lawnmower one, yeah.
Well, there was a different one too, like Mike was talking about, done in black and white, called
Yeah.
Nebraska, I think.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Huh.
Filmed in black and white, Nebraska, filmed in black and white. The director was Alexander Payne. Bruce Dern stars magnificently as the irascible, contrary old man on a quest. He won Best Actor at the Cannes Film Festival.
I still love it. I like Lynch's. Watch that. The music is.
Well, you didn't see this one yet, though.
Nah,
I'll watch Lynch's if you watch this one. Tell me you like that one
I
better.
don't like it already.
Are we back to that again? No, this one's better.
I'll ask AI. I'll let AI tell me.
No, don't let AI tell you. That's the downfall of humanity. Make up your own mind. Fuck's sake.
We're all gonna die. Well, that's always been true, dummies.
Yep.
Yeah, go whole half an hour without getting.
You went a whole half hour without vaping? Holy cow, Dave.
I'm getting forgetful. Maybe it's the weed.
Do you think?
No, I don't think. I don't know. Let me think about it.
I don't think. I let the AI do the thinking for me.
What was I thinking about? What was I just saying?
I like what everybody else likes. Makes it easier that way.
Let's vote on who's going to be the leader. I vote for me. I vote for me. Well, what do you think? I'm with you fellers.
He's dumbing in a bag of hammers.
Ah. So did you try to learn?
So you think about that Uber or that Lyft driver that refused the that overweight woman passage on her car because he thought she was too big for his Lyft car. Mike, I don't know. Mike's thinking. Did you ever refuse anyone because you thought they were too big for your car?
Well, I saw that
Or
article.
refuse
that
a
Lyft
ride.
article. I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that Lyft article. I saw that Lyft article going around. Where the woman was like,
What did
this
you
huge
think
woman
about
got
that?
refused. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
she won't fit. She doesn't fit. You know. I mean, I've had to refuse people if they had too much stuff and it wouldn't fit. You know. Or too many people. You know.
Uh-huh.
But I've never refused someone because they were too large. I mean, sounds like an awkward situation, though.
Do you
Yeah.
think
She's pretty big.
have you ever
but
seen
I don't
anybody
know.
who you might consider that's too large for your
I mean,
car?
it's I've never had anybody too large. Is that your question?
Have you ever seen anybody that you might think was too large for your car?
I mean, I always, you know, I had a guy who was like probably 7 feet tall sitting in the back one time, and he was sitting like this.
Oh God, poor bastard.
And I said, dude, I can get you up front. He goes, oh no, it's all right.
I do
And
this all the
luckily, it
time.
was a short ride. I think he was used to it. He didn't seem like it was an unusual thing. So
If you're 7 feet tall, you better be used to it.
Oh, that's a pain in the ass. That's got to be terrible. I knew a tall guy, he'd spend his whole life holding his head like this. Ah, God damn it, motherfucker.
luckily it was a quick ride, and it was to a doctor's appointment, so could have been something to do with that. I don't know. My spine.
Yeah,
Doc, my neck hurts.
That's
you get lots of problems that way.
I mean, that hurts, Doc. Has it been going on long? No, just since the ride over here.
So they have heart problems
Yeah.
because their heart is so far from their brain, it has to work harder. Like a guy 7 feet tall couldn't be a fighter pilot because of G-force, they black out right away. Like short people, like Tom Cruise sized people can get in a fighter jet and not pass out as quickly because they're hot.
Oh,
That's
you mean
right. There's
in
a
the
there's a
closet?
there's a height consideration for fighter pilots. There's very much those G suits that have to force all your blood into your upper body
Yeah, in
to
your
keep you
brain.
from blacking out. Yeah, it's from high Gs
Just
and stuff
squeezes
like
the
that.
blood into your head.
Like a toothpaste tube.
Yeah. Fuck that. Let's go
Well,
fast.
that's why
So
they're
it's
at some
you know.
point they'll eliminate, human pilots because
That's
they already have
here.
jets that can
The plane
outperform
will be
humans' ability
Yes.
to fly in them, and they can outthink them in some ways too. So I think that the days of fighter pilots are going to dwindle and go away at some point.
They
Yep.
go to trailers in Kansas and fight air wars
Uh,
in foreign countries. They've
Yeah.
been doing that a while.
guys with joysticks
Yeah.
you can be
in the trailer.
you can be as big or as small as you want at that point.
There's Eye in the Sky, that movie. It's about those guys, and it's like they watch people, get to know them, get to know the whole town, and then call in a strike and watch these people get blown up, and it's like just as it's PTSD, the whole nut. It's just as bad. They're trying to shield them from that shit, but you start killing people, man, it's gonna bug you.
It's like
You know,
it's like
I killed a
Snowden.
frog
One
with
of
a BB
the
gun when I was like 8,
videos that
and
he
I still
released
hate
was
myself for that.
this drone strike, and the guy's laughing about it.
Well, I guess different people have different amounts of empathy,
Yeah.
Well,
I want that again.
Well, that
Want
was
that
that
again.
what got him in trouble was very embarrassing to see people laughing. Like they showed people getting killed with drone strikes, calling in drone strikes, and watching people's whole family get destroyed, and the guy's laughing about it. And that's one of the
yeah, I
big
think that's
issues
another.
about
I think
the,
that's another kind, a different kind of injury
Yeah.
from war.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
If it can make you, if you get that callous and it makes you laugh, I think you're somehow damaged by it.
I would think so.
My own personal opinion, but I think
No, you're right. I agree. I think that's very much, and you have to compensate that. You have to integrate that with your own personality and the way you look at life, and you can suppress that as much as you want, but it'll manifest itself in all kinds of things.
Yeah,
If
like
you
heavy
don't deal
drinking.
with it, you can suppress it. Yeah, well, that's one way, coping mechanism,
Like the best way.
but it
You
comes
don't,
out, and
you don't think there's any link at all between like kids playing those video games for years
Oh, it's a video
and
game.
years,
Yes, I agree.
and it's a pretty short leap, I think,
that is a short
in
leap.
my opinion.
No, I
Yeah.
think that is a short leap because they're looking at a screen, they're operating the thing just like a video game. I mean, you're right. That's a really short leap from
Yeah, I
there.
guess you're right. Grand Theft Auto is just a crime spree. Just it's just senseless. I can't watch it for 3 minutes.
I remember we didn't let Sequoia have it. Grand Theft Auto. He was too young. We thought he was too young, and he went to hang out with this kid. We dropped him over at this kid's house, and the kid had Grand Theft Auto,
We
and
had it.
Sequoia was traumatized. When he come home, he was like,
I let him play it because I knew it was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. If I said no,
Yeah, but you were older. You weren't a little kid playing Grand Theft Auto for the first
I'm talking
time.
about my kids. Mike.
Oh,
You take a little kid and put him in front of that every day for years, and then he turns 18, and you put him in front of the same thing, but it's real.
Yeah.
There's no difference, man. There's no difference.
uh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
the only
kid.
time I
I
ever
think that's
Now
a
we're gonna
very
get a
did
short
strike.
paintball was after my son got invited to a paintball party, and it was outdoors, and they wanted the adults to play too, and so I had played like first person shooter video games,
Yeah.
And I was able to rule. I mean, I took out a fortified position. I took out one
Nice.
time they attacked our position. I was able to take everyone out with a couple of shots. I
Yeah.
think it made me really good. The reaction time, it was like bam, 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 and then I hit the guy who hosted the party. I hit him like 4 times in the chest with it, and he got so pissed at me, and it was like he couldn't believe. He's got all these welts on it. Why'd you hit me so much? I don't know. It's just like a natural reaction. That's what I would do in a video game, and I was surprised. And so
That's what you do in real
I
life.
never
to
did it
him,
after
You're
that.
a fucking warrior, man. You're
Probably
a fucking
would.
warrior.
Wolfenstein.
But it was something like, well, it was other thing anyway.
No, you went all
But it
Wolfenstein.
was surprisingly how, I don't know. Yeah, I think in a sense they do use that too. I mean, that's in military training. They
how you
they do
train.
use first person shooters in army. Yeah, they do that.
They got helmets though.
Because your reaction time and your fixation on the shot and whatnot, and
Sure.
the way way you calculate threat response and things like that is actually increased with video games and stuff like that.
Look at the real ones too, where shit pops up. They got like a mock-up of a house, and you go through there, right? And the thing pops
Yeah.
up. It's a terrorist.
Oh, that's old
it's
school.
A woman with a baby.
Yeah.
And you gotta like,
That's right. Yeah.
give them
No.
a
like
bump.
Yes. No.
The Men in Black.
Kill.
Men in Black.
No kill.
The Men in Black one when they did that. He's like, why didn't you shoot the aliens? Why'd you shoot the little girl? Well, that alien, he just looked like he's on his way home from work, and that alien. But that little girl, she's got an algebra book.
Yeah.
She's in the hood at night with an algebra book. She's definitely an alien.
She's bringing medicine home to her sick mom, but it's really a nuclear device.
I shot the. Oh, Kitty and spider plants.
It's the Scrooge.
Buster Scruggs, there he is.
Mike's living
World
the young
famous.
life.
He's of Facebook fame.
Facebook. Now we're gonna get a strike. He said face
no.
bag. What?
So I say to him in the morning, I said, when he's pestering me, I said, you got to be on a podcast today, and he gets all excited.
Does he? Does he spray things?
And I was wearing his hat this morning, and it's the first time he's seen it, and he didn't know if I was a different person.
Damn.
So he was kind of freaking out.
You can do all kinds of things
I
to
was
that
like,
cat, Mike.
I think it's him.
Get a pair of
I think it's
glasses.
him. It's not him. It's not him. It's him.
Oh,
Do you want to hear the story of this hat? Want to hear the hat story?
Yeah,
You
what's
know-
the story?
Oh,
What's
I
the
think we'll
story?
hear it anyway, eh?
I
Tell us
found it.
the
I
story.
found it in a Starbucks parking lot. It was sitting there, right? 100% wool.
Nice.
So I didn't put it on right away because I ain't stupid, right? So
There's a reason
I was
it
going. I was
thrown out
going
a
into
window.
Starbucks. I was going into Starbucks to get a coffee, right? And I went into Starbucks.
I used to piss an
And
old
carrying
hat
the hat.
myself.
Carrying the hat, right? And there's a woman sitting in there, same kind of hat, different color, right? So I go get my coffee. I sit down next to her. She's on the computer. I said, "Hey, nice hat." She goes, "Oh, thanks." I said, "I just found this one out, and I'm thinking it's hers. Maybe she dropped it, because
Right.
it's the same damn hat, different color." I said, "I just found this out in the parking lot. Is it?" She goes, "Oh, wow, cool. It's not yours?" No. Oh. So then I brought it home, threw it in the garage for like 5 weeks, let the cooties die. And it's rare I find a hat that actually fits me. My head is so big.
Really?
It is, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I believe you.
Like my dad's hats wouldn't fit me.
How big is it?
You
I
know,
don't even know my hat. I don't know my hat size.
I've been
Has it got
hit
kind
in
of
the head too
adjustable?
many times.
I
I've
wear
been hit in the
I wear
head too many times.
This
in
one
the,
is
in the colder weather. I wear a felt hat when I'm hiking or outside at all because I got to keep my ear.
Yeah, I got my
I
hat
go-
on too.
Doc told me I got to wear wide brim hats from now on outside, so I have a black hat similar to that.
Yeah, these are the
Yeah.
shit.
This one you can go.
It's how I dress. You can't see me at
Mhm.
night. I saw myself at CVS like at 2:30 this morning.
You
They
should
had
take the
camera
brim
on,
and
you
flip
know?
it up,
I
man.
look like I'm robbing the place. Like I just look. I'm all in black. Look.
Good old Benny Hill, man. You're the old Benny Hill.
Yeah, this is how I looked.
You look
He's got the
dangerous.
Rhode Island
The
look.
CVS park.
That's the Rhode Island look right
And
there.
it is like the
Yeah,
camera's
that's
on me,
right.
and I'm like,
Rhode
"Oh, who's
Island,
that?"
Boston
Oh,
look.
that's me.
Yeah, that's the Johnstone look.
Hey, where's the Dunkin'? Lead me to the Dunkins.
The what?
Gotta
Lead
have
to
my
the Dunkin', man. Where's the local Dunkins, man?
Oh, I haven't been that in a
The
while.
Dunks.
It was across the street from CVS.
Where's Dinky
Dunks
D's,
now,
man? I know.
I ain't been there in
Yeah.
years. It's more like a
Why
pile
not?
of
Oh, it
sugar.
sucks. I hate Dunkin' Donuts, man. They're awful.
No good. Caca.
They're
Yeah,
still,
shit.
they're still
on
calling
shit.
it Dunkins.
Yeah, they can call it whatever they want.
Yeah.
The dunk. Yeah,
Dunk.
that's about right. That's the sound like turds make when they hit the fucking bowl.
Hey, man, they're doing something right. There's a Dunks on every corner from fucking northern Maine to fucking southern Rhode Island.
It's true.
They used to have some
All
hot
the-
shit.
they're all the way
I can't.
south to New Jersey, man.
They quit caring.
Unbelievable.
I don't know. That the coffee was just different one day. That shit used to be the shit.
Yeah, it
Everything
used
is
to be
different.
until
Well, I mean, we're all so spoiled. Now you go to McDonald's and you can get like gourmet coffee. So Dunkin',
Can you?
that's
I
yeah.
do.
Ask Mikey.
Yeah.
One day Mikey's
And I
over here. He
do.
goes,
Oh, yeah.
"Hey,
Yeah. How much
where's
are
the
they?
nearest McDonald's?" Listen. Mikey Coart asked me, "Where's the nearest McDonald's?" I nearly fainted.
Yeah.
When did I ask you that?
I feel a little
When did I
faint.
ask you that?
You were here. You wanted to get coffee for the ride home, and they
That's
served
just
Green
'cause
Mountain coffee.
That's just because I'm a cheap ass. That's just because I'm a cheap ass New Englander. That's why that was.
Is it
Well,
cheap?
it shocked me nonetheless, Mike. I mean, you've always been the health
True.
food guy and don't buy
Yeah.
anything from chains and
Well,
Well,
coffee
Well,
is
it's
health food. Coffee is
It
health
is.
food.
Drink it black, man. Drink
You're a
it black.
percolator.
well, yeah, but
It was,
you didn't
not-
you didn't say you wanted just coffee. You just said, "Where's the nearest McDonald's?" I want to make a stop before
Well,
it shocked me.
to be
It freaked me
fair,
out.
You think-
the McDonald's
you
up
think you
in
got-
New Hampshire, they have some pretty fancy coffee machines up there for those ski folks. And I stopped one time on the way back from Mount Washington, and it was just an absolutely awesome double cappuccino experience at one of those. They had a really fancy coffee making rig there. Something you would probably imported from Italy or something like that.
How are you going to go back
They
to
made the
Dunkin'
best double
Donuts after
cappuccino I ever had.
you've had a fancy cappuccino experience in McDonald's? How are you going to go back to Dunkin' Donuts?
The one up in New Hampshire. They didn't have that. I don't have that around here, but
A
up
little
there,
little
they
AI robot making those designs on top, and a cappuccino
Yeah.
Americano, like a little heart and shit.
My wife
What-
took me to one
what's
in
with the?
Italy.
I went to the Hound and Hare up here in Putnam, and they poured me a Guinness, and they had like a little green shamrock on top. Like, how the hell do they do that? They must have some kind of fancy stamp or some.
No,
weird
they take little
fucked
food
up
coloring
thing.
thing and they make a shamrock. So
Oh,
I was at what they call, it was Midtown Manhattan. It's called the Irish Pub, and it's all Irish people. The bartenders, all the customers, all Irish. When they pour you a Guinness, at the end of the foam, the last bits of foam that are coming out, they do this
Yeah.
thing. They move this cup around, and they give you a perfect shamrock made out of in the foam.
Yeah.
Right. And the Guinness people will teach you how to do that, teach your pub how to do that too, because they
Yeah.
want you to do shit like that. But it takes a
YouTube
little
video.
extra effort, I guess.
Yeah, but don't do it with food coloring. Fucking learn how to do it.
I
the
know.
right way.
It's kind of like, what the fuck is this?
Is that what
Don't
they
put
do
food
on
coloring in
YouTube?
the Guinness. That's a
Yeah.
violation of that's the lifeblood of my people. That's a violation, man.
Jeez.
We want it pure. You got to be very
Green number,
the proper
green
pour.
numbers, green number 7. I didn't order green number 7 with my Guinness.
Now you got to learn how to pour it the right way. They're very fussy about the proper pour, man. You got to have the right pour.
Do you guys know
Yes,
about the bonsai bar in Providence?
No.
These guys started
Who
this
goes to
business.
Providence?
These guys from Providence started this business called the Bonsai Bar, and they tour around to all these bars and coffee shops and things, and like do these things where you can kind of like date night or whatever. You go there with your missus and you learn how to do bonsai. You come home with a bonsai. So
Oh, wow. That's cool. I didn't know
Yeah.
about that. I want to find out about
yeah,
that.
yeah, they did. They're in Providence. Yeah,
That's cool.
I was in a coffee shop yesterday up here, and there was a couple bonsais, and I was asking him about him. He goes, "Yeah, the guy who worked there was the brother of that guy from Providence, and they had a bonsai bar in that coffee shop apparently." I don't know if you guys had heard about that.
No, nobody goes to Providence because you have to go through Situate and Johnston.
And Johnston.
Get the
Oh, yeah, I get
like
that.
one of the
man.
gauntlet, you know?
I get it.
Last night
try
I
not
went
to
on
go
the hero's
east.
journey. I went and got cough drops for my
The
wife.
hero's
It was like
journey.
2:30 in the morning, right? And like, yeah, she was like, yeah, she looked at me. She, well, she was like happy, when I came back with cough. She didn't know I went. She just asked me if I had any, and I couldn't find any in the house. So then I just went and came back. But the thing is I went down Atwood Ave. I went down there and back in like 5 minutes. Like it would have been a hero's journey from Gloucester, right? I'd go all the way down 6, and that'd have been a 40-minute ordeal anyway,
Ordeal
So it wasn't
is the
anything.
proper
but
word.
I got credit.
So what this hat really is a tribute to Garth Hudson. A tribute to Garth.
Ah,
Yeah. So
Garth,
he was the
man.
last of the band.
he
Well,
was
that's
the
of the
last one.
band.
Yeah.
Boy, it's really snowing out there.
That's sad.
Is it?
It's little snowflakes too.
Do you know you can stay at
Yeah.
Big Pink? It's like a Airbnb.
We're
You
up
can
in
go.
Woodstock.
You can stay at Big Pink.
All right, let's go.
How much?
It's 700 and something a night with a 3-night minimum.
They got,
Oh,
like,
that's
dirty
nice.
cameras in there, man. They watch you poop.
I ain't going.
And for $2,200, you don't have access to the basement.
There's somebody in
Oh,
there.
That's separate.
no,
That's a
no,
separate
no
thing.
basement tapes or anything.
$2,200. You should be recording in that basement.
That's what I thought.
For $2,200, you should be getting laid in that basement.
Ooh.
That was a smart business move by whoever from California, whoever bought that from California.
Yeah, well, I
Big
know I
Pink.
had friends that
Still
used to go to the concerts at the place, not that place, but the other place in New York. What's his name's farmhouse?
Jagger?
Oh, Levon.
The Helm Homestead.
Levon. Yeah. Yeah. They
They
still
have
have those.
They have a concert place and a bar. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a concert series. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. I had friends that used to go there all the time.
They still have it though,
Yeah, but they used to go when Levon was there.
Yeah, Amy's running it now. Yeah, his daughter.
But he'd be there playing, and he'd have a lot of his friends would come down, and be a lot of famous
always
people.
Always wanted to go there. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Never made it. And then there's a place right near Hall & Oates. You know Hall & Oates? Hall. I guess Daryl Hall. Daryl's place. He has a place in New York that has bands and stuff. There's a performance space and a bar. The performance space is for famous people, and the bar is like local bands and stuff.
Yeah.
Daryl's place. Daryl turned out to be they both turned out to be really cool. I had no idea those guys were cool. I used to hear their music and think it was pretty lame.
It was.
But Daryl turned out to be like this really great musician and really cool guy, likes really cool music. And then the other guy, he's like a fingerstyle blues guy. Like he was into the blues the whole time. He was just doing that for money.
Your kiss is on my list.
Yeah. Oh God. No.
That's all gonna be
Yeah.
laid.
Separate. These guys are really cool on their own, but when they get together, they just turn gay. I guess. I don't know.
Mike, you gotta turn your place in there. When you give up the stair making business, you gotta turn your barn into a performance space in a bar
That's
or
right.
something.
I should.
Or Airbnb or something. You can have people stay upstairs while you have a bar and performances downstairs. I think that's
Yeah,
your
you don't have to
retirement
drive.
gig right there, man.
I
That's
like
your
that slab.
that's your deal.
I liked it when it was
think
just
the
a slab
Foster,
before you did anything else. After we burned your barn, the old one, that slab was the shit. That should have. It's too bad that didn't stay there. We didn't have that longer. Anyway.
You think the
Yeah, it's
Foster?
not too bad because this thing makes me a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Well.
Foster's
I
fucked,
think the
man.
Foster Foster Town Selectmen will approve that.
The Foster West Cranston coalition of the shitification of Foster will go for it. Now they won't go for it.
Shitification.
I'm not one of the beautiful.
The
people.
Western Cranstonification of Foster.
There's
like-
the name of the podcast. Shitification.
No,
The
it's green number
shitification
7.
of Foster. Well, have a merry day,
The
Shitification of
gentlemen.
Well,
shitification will
boys,
get us a
It's been
strike.
fun. Hope you guys have a good day. Whatever you do, I'm not going anywhere. It looks like it's snowing, so.
Time to make eggs, man.